Chinese league. Hey, yo, what up? It is the Hezi Podcast. We back in this thing. It's Wednesday night. Yeah, man, we might be feeling a little salty over here after what Steph Curry did to our Mavericks. But you know what, man? We are here. We're back to do the damn thing, man. What's going on with you fellas?
Ain't shit. All right?
You know.
It's shit, all right? Georgia lost. It's shit. The Saints won. Is shit. When they're supposed to be losing, they're doing everything they're not supposed to do, okay? We supposed to be tanking. We had a top 5 projected pick. Now we outside, you were like number 10 or some shit. We never do what we supposed to do. All right, that's my piece.
You know, it's rough out here in these streets, man. Michigan sucks. Oklahoma's trash, too. Georgia, we don't know what Georgia is yet.
It's Carson Beck. It's Carson Beck. It's not Georgia. It's just him.
Hey, Sterling. You know what I am happy about, the fact that our teams are just trash and we just at the point we can accept it and move on to next year. Boogie watching that slow car crash.
Yes.
We still have a chance.
No, we don't have a chance. We don't have a chance, and it's all because of this old pizza face ass beady eyed.
That's being nice.
Yeah, fuck him, man. I'm sorry, bro, man. Fuck Carson Beck. I had to get off my chest.
Since we on the fuck people train. Hey, it's Big 30. I didn't get to how y'all doing. We're doing great. Fuck Jerry Jones, you know what I'm saying? And fuck them Curtis. No, fuck
the fucking Curtis. We
over here losing games. A quarterback's hamstrings ripped off the bone. We ain't got no receivers. And this nigga, we over here talking about the sun. We over here talking about the sun. It's Jerry versus the sun. We have clearly hit DEFCON 7, nigga. We is pushing the red button. We arguing about everything. The players in fight. We'll talk about it later.
Listen,
man. I'm just
with
our NFL teams. Fuck you and your good team, Sterling.
Hold on. No, we go talk some NFL. We go talk Jerry Jones in the fucking sun, and apparently in niggas' eyes that y'all be crying and shit. Micah Parsons, we got a little Cowboys part in the show. Basically, the Bills play the Chiefs. We'll touch on that real quick, and then we'll get into some college football. The standings came out. They're pretty interesting. Miami and UGA out of the top 5, right? So, and then Indiana, the Hoosiers. Like, nigga, this ain't. We ain't talking basketball. We talking football, and them niggas.
I'm live.
Russ, shut up. We got the NBA Cup. We got to discuss what fucking Steph Curry did to us last night. Oh boy, and Trump's the president. So it's just like a ton of bad news everywhere, if you will.
You see that Bitcoin though.
Yeah.
Hey, niggas, that Bitcoin though.
So, welcome to the Hezi Podcast, man.
Indeed.
Russ, you want to start us off with Out of Bounds?
Man,
you got Out of Bounds this week?
Yeah, I got one. I'm not gonna be negative. I'm gonna be positive because y'all know we listen to music on this podcast. So I think I was gonna let some people know, you know what I'm saying, some really good music that I listened to this weekend. And if you don't like these artists, well, you know, man, music is subjective, so fuck you. Absol had the best album that I listened to that came out Friday. I can't say nothing more than listen to it. Freddie Gibbs came in at number 2. Freddie Gibbs' album was not only great rapping wise, but it was fucking hilarious. That nigga that played Black Jesus played the devil in it, hoe. And so when he was like, some niggas on South Central call me Andre. And I can't do the voice all the time. I be trying to be sinister, so niggas are scared, but it's the goddamn Prince of Darkness. So that was fucking hilarious. That CD, actually, I will say, Freddie Gibbs was the one CD that after I played it, I didn't want to shuffle it. I wanted to listen to it from front to back again because it was like how I like albums. It played out kind of like a movie would play out. Who else had? Oh, Kodak's little short EP, whatever you want to call it. That shit was a banger. That nigga is flipping perks into the sky and catching them on Kai's stream. But hit the little mixtape album that he released. No, he is a drug addict and he's going through it. But sad thing about art, pain, extreme emotions. Let me just put it that way. The sad thing about art is extreme emotions make the best art, whether it be extreme happiness, extreme sadness, extreme, whatever. When you get on those, the best artists are always on those different poles. Yeah. So you can definitely tell by the videos that he's struggling, but the music was dope. Hope he gets well. But that's I think that's about it. Who else did I listen to? Did I listen to anybody? Oh, I know I said I was gonna be positive, but that ASAP Ferg was trash.
Man,
that's how I'm gonna end it.
I never really was feeling him in the first place, though.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. His other albums were like good as far as like, but this was like someone trying to impersonate Kanye, but was it the ASAP Mob? And I don't like, yeah, he was telling stories. I don't know. It was just not good,
bro. To be honest,
not good.
I haven't heard a good new album in a long time.
Listen to Freddie Gibbs. Are you talking about Ferg?
I don't fuck with Ferg like that. I might check out Freddie Gibbs though.
No, Freddie Gibbs was dope, and Absol was. If you don't check out anything, my God, if you like rapping, like if you like people that can rap and they don't get involved, like he does take some shots at different people, but like that nigga can rap. Like Absol can really fucking rap. Like it is a masterclass in how to put bars together. It is dope.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, dope. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now before we go on. You know, Boogie been talking about this shit, and you know, I see it. And you know,
I got one more. My bad.
The Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh, go.
I haven't.
Go ahead, and then I'll get on the Penguin. Then we'll go on.
I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna shut up during Penguin. I haven't finished it. Please don't spoil it for me, please.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. I haven't finished. I'm on the last episode. I want to say this though, and it's coming out of left field, but I did listen to this album, and he was spitting on that hoe. And it's not an album that I thought I would listen to, but the real Boston Richie, yeah, he was on them hoes. And I don't agree with all of his antics, you know what I'm saying? But he was on them hoes, bro. Like he was on them bitches. Like right, so,
I go check it out this weekend.
They were dope. Good listen.
And I take that back. I did Glorilla. Her joint is good.
Yes,
but outside of that, I really haven't heard nothing like that. That's like gonna keep me interested.
I'm gonna keep my mouth closed because people gonna say I'm a chauvinist and don't like women.
Hey, nah, you ain't finna disrespect Glorilla. You ain't finna do that. You ain't finna do that.
I'm not gonna disrespect her. Yeah, you know how I feel about, but y'all know how I feel about women's rap. So I'm not gonna. Yeah,
she cold though. She cold, bro.
She can rap, but y'all know how I feel about how they put together their music and who they use to put together their music.
Okay, well, you know,
I think it's just that's just kind of how a lot of the new age well, you know, this new wave of music is just a lot of rehashing over the stuff that
it always so
it always been that way. Yeah.
It always, but the thing to me is put the nigga in the song that you're like Boogie Sterling. Our music in the early 2000s, I know people are like, this nigga already went on his rant, so I'm just gonna say our music in the early 2000s, most of the time when they had a sample or they used something from an older song and that person was there and available, like still active, they put that nigga either in the song or they were like a cameo in the video.
Yeah.
Like they made sure to let you know, like, if you're paying attention to music, it was on some if you know type shit. Like, this is where I got the shit from. Nowadays, it's like, we'll just take this. Everybody's gonna know where it came from, but we just gonna spit this shit like it's the first time you ever fucking heard this shit. And we not doing nothing else. All we like, if you go like, okay, so like, what's the name got some crazy samples? Freddie Gibbs got some crazy samples, but that's not like the highlight of Freddie Gibbs. It's not like I listen to Freddie Gibbs because he got these samples that are going crazy. It's like, nah, he rapping, and then oh shit, you gave a rapping ass nigga some samples to rap over. For them, it's like you talk about your body. Oh, now you're talking about your body from a song in 2000. Like, nigga, okay, I get it. Like, and honestly though, there was a song on the Glorilla featured on a song, I believe it was with the real Boston Richie, I believe. She featured like, on his, and like
it's kind of like a saying my dad used to tell me. What you're trying to say, Russ? It says there's only so many ways you can fry fish.
Bro, yes. And the fish is a great way to put it, even though I'm not dissing nobody. But
oh, shit.
You did.
Alley-oop that was
okay, I'm just gonna say this, and y'all can be like, damn, he making a point. When we hear the drill rappers rap about the same thing, what do we say? When we hear the trap rappers rap about the same thing, what do we say? When we hear the backpack niggas rap about the same thing, what do we say?
Oh, you asking us?
I mean,
I'm just saying. People always like, you rap about the same thing. You rap about the same thing. You rapping the same way. So you constantly giving us this porn rap. We're gonna be like, all right, we get it, bro. We get it. We get it. You can fuck. Good. You understand the male and female anatomy, and you're good at it, girl. Go ahead. Put some fucking bars together that like make a dance song or something that doesn't have to do with you getting fucked in a penthouse drinking champagne. Fuck that bitch that couldn't get this nigga because I got this nigga. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's so repetitive. It's so fucking repetitive.
It does.
But you can say that about a bunch of the way niggas rap though.
Yeah,
they should be like that too. They don't be saying nothing.
And it is true.
The three niggas that I just named be saying something, and the niggas honestly, but music is subjective. So, like I said, you can take it for what you want, but
it's different. It is different shit out there. You just got to really search for it. And that's the thing. It's just that you can find something for you, but I do like different speeds of different genres. Like, I like Lil Tyler. He don't really be on that gangster shit. But he just be on some just young nigga get some money. Go get some hoes.
So can I ask y'all a question? Right. Mm-hmm. So no matter what your top 5 is, top 10, I don't give a fuck. No matter what your top 10, if you look at the men's side, go look through in your brain, your top 5, whatever. Do all of them niggas have the same main topic in their flow? Like all of them.
In my top 5?
Like, do all of them rap about drugs? Do all of them rap about killing? Do all of them rap? Do all of them rap? Their best rap flow thing is something different, right?
So, one of my favorite rappers in my top 5 is Devin the Dude, and he only talks about.
He's fucking awesome. Waiting to Inhale.
Devin the Dude.
He only talks about really 3 subjects: weed, women, and wine. And but sometimes he can make it. He can make a nice story out of it. And
I got nothing to roll.
Yeah, I love Devin the Dude. And that's another thing is that he can rap, he can harmonize, he can sing. So it's different speeds. I like Devin the Dude, so I'm gonna defend Devin the Dude.
Yeah,
I'm defending Devin the Dude. Devin the Dude's the only person that I've seen made me laugh about boiling some collard greens in your penis. And it's clean, bitch. Come get it. This nigga so clean. This nigga so clean. You can boil it with your collard greens. Nigga, what? I love Devin the Dude. Hey, now Waiting to Inhale is one of the best albums, and is the soundtrack to Boogie was the soundtrack to one of the best. Rodney, what's up? Was the soundtrack to one of the best summers of my life. But yeah, but I'm serious though. Like, even though Devin the Dude, like, okay, so Devin the Dude, he has his subjects, right? He has his one time. Like Dirk will have his, or anybody you pick. So, like, I like Future, I like Dirk, I like fucking, I like Gucci Mane, like all of them don't have the same subject matter, right?
Right.
Like, it's different subject matter for each of those guys. No matter how you feel about the people I like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Lloyd Banks. I listen to a lot of music, so it's tough. There'll be a whole show about it. My point is, like, those guys have different like specialties. Like, one's good drug rapper, one's a good trap rapper, one's a good dance rapper, one's a good this, that. All the women in your top 5 rap good about one thing, and that's that cat. That's
what else they supposed to talk about?
That's my point. Find something else, nigga. Like that. Like, after so long, I'm desensitized to the fact that, like, okay, we get it, Lotto. You are bad and you can fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
it is.
And you don't want no broke nigga. Like, it's cool. Like, I get it. That's the trend. But I say her because, and her and Glorilla especially, because y'all niggas can rap. Like, they can act. If they were to act, the fans are the worst thing that ever happened in hip hop, which is a whole nother subject. But so they're forced to rap the porn rap. But my thing is, as a person that is a fan of rap music, I would love to just hear. I'm so mad mixtapes are gone, but I would love to hear Lotto just go in on a track that was hot right now. Don't even give me no like crazy pussy subject matter. Just go in there and spit that shit. Like, and if the subject matter goes into it, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But just go in there and spit that shit. Like,
hey, hold up, dog. Hold up. Hey, hold up. My dog in here, bro. This my nigga right here, Daryl. What it do, man? What it do?
Glad to have you.
Hey, no, man. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like hip hop, in and of itself, is the new breed is just it don't do it for me, dog.
Well, yeah,
it don't do it for me, man. Like, and maybe I'm a transition to old head status.
Yeah, and that's what I'm about.
We have,
you know what I'm saying?
Like we you go through different phases, man. You know, and this when you was young, you know, this other shit didn't really, you know, phase you. You know, all the the content matter. You just wanted to sound good. You know, hitting the club.
Hold up, put that up again. He said the ladies ain't popping motherfuckers and moving bricks. I know. I'm not expecting them to rap about like popping niggas and moving bricks, but you know what I'm saying. Give me some like. Some dope wordplay, or make a dope dance song. You know what I'm saying? Call Sierra and be like, I need you to sing on this hook.
Glorilla just did that.
Yeah,
I would say out of everything that it's about, because I didn't see Boosie at all.
Yes, he's in the video. He in the video. Yeah,
he better be.
Okay, he's not rapping. He's not rapping, but he in the video.
As long as he's in the video.
Yeah, as long as he's representing it
now. I wasn't gonna listen to it because I'm not gonna lie.
No, bro. She, hey,
like,
hey,
go, bro. I fuck with Glorilla.
It's close. Bupac is close to a lot of.
All right, we can talk about hip hop for the whole hour. Let's get this UFC shit.
All right,
let's do it.
So let me go ahead. I'll take it from here. We're ahead of UFC. What is it? 309. And we're gonna stick with the main card here. Jon Jones versus Stipe. Miocic. I always fuck up on that one.
You got it. I think you got it.
Yeah. So Stipe and Jon Jones are squaring off, and potentially but could be Jon Jones's final fight in the Octagon. Two greats going at it. This is kind of how you write a storybook ending, or is it?
One of them.
Yeah, for one of them, but I think Stipe is kind of, 1 foot in retirement. I think Jon Jones is, going to call it quits at this fight. But even though that he did say that if he did take another fight, it would be against Alex Perria, the current light heavyweight champion, the man with the stone left fist. He just sneezes on you and you just go to sleep. And Jon preferred to take a potential fight with Pereira over the interim heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall, citing that it doesn't do anything for Jon's legacy if he were to fight Tom Aspinall, but a fight with Alex Perria would mean something for his legacy, and I agree. You have probably one of the greatest light heavyweights. If you ask Dana White, the greatest fighter of all time,
greatest,
yeah, the greatest fighter of all time.
Here come Ghost.
George
Pierre lives in that nigga heart.
but this is according to Dana White. But Jon, however you shape it, is one of the greatest fighters to ever walk this earth. What's up?
The greatest. Go ahead, though.
Well, however you slice it, I ain't gonna argue.
I'm gonna stand in the corner with my nigga, man. That's the greatest guy.
I ain't gonna argue. I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna put up a fight on it. But him, Jon, who reigned over the light heavyweight division for so long, pretty much only lost the belt. There goes. Pretty much only lost the belt whenever he decided to move up to heavyweight, and I think that a fight with Alex Perria is a good way to go out. I just hope that Jones doesn't go out on his back with Perria. I think Jon is a better, more seasoned fighter.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
I mean, you immediately have just gone to Perez, so I imagine that you think that Jon Jones finna whoop Stipe ass.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna hold you on that one. Yeah, what gave you that impression?
You put money on it or what?
Wait, Sterling. He said, "What gave evidence?" You have not said Stipe's name since.
So Stipe, look. So Stipe is considered to be one of the greatest heavyweight fighters. Some people say he's the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. that depends on who you ask. Some people will say it's Fedor, but you know, you have a group of people that feel that it is indeed Stipe, and that's why this fight is taking place because
Are you a
Stipe
Fedor guy?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I like Fedor.
It
I
just
like
seems to me. It just seems to me that you don't
I-
really like Stipe.
No. Like so. Here's my feelings on Stipe. Like I don't have anything against Stipe. I just don't see how people say that he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. I just don't see it. Like
what did Daniel Cormier say? All these people in here are rooting for me because they just hate you, Jon Jones. Like Jon Jones is anybody but him of the fight game. I think, and this is one I could talk.
I love Jon Jones, man.
No, this is one Boogie. Like, no, I think I've seen like every one of his fights, bro. Like Jon Jones, almost, because I'm not a super fight guy, but Jon Jones is my favorite fighter that I've ever seen in the UFC fight. The fact that he can end it anyway. Now, and he doesn't care about being box office. Like my nigga Jon Jones is like, yo, bro, I'm gonna fuck you up however you don't want to get fucked up. Whether I have to choke you, if I have to hit you with one of these elbows, and if you do have them hands like Gustafsson, we can go. Because at the end of it, you're gonna be more bloodier than me, and I'm gonna be the winner. So, but I do think that even though I feel like Jon Jones has the capacity and the potential and that yada to win the fight, I do think he needs to be careful. Because Stipe is your classic like motor that won't stall, motor that won't quit. Like you literally have to hit him on the button and knock his ass out. And his size too. Jon Jones' length and his ability to be, you know, a little bit quicker, more athletic. A lot of people don't know. He's the brother of two guys that have won Super Bowls that play defensive tackle and defensive end. Jon Jones' natural weight should probably be closer to 300 than it is 200. So his whole athletic prowess is insane. But I do think that Stipe is another one of those like crazy athletic guys. I think that's why people think that he's like one of the top, you know what I'm saying, heavyweights ever. I actually think he is. I like Stipe. Like I like guys that got that motor that won't quit. I like guys that are ready to get into a brawl that don't give a fuck. Shout out to AJ Hawk and Pat McAfee, the Ohio fucks out there that just don't give a damn. They just ready to scrap. And he's one of them. I think he's a firefighter too.
Yeah, he is.
So So like Stipe is about that life, but I do think that at a certain point, talent, and especially in the fight game over anything, talent and will overcome, you know, a person with just will. So I do think that he's gonna fight hard, but I think that we need to give Stipe a little bit more respect because I do think
no disrespect, Stipe.
When's the fight? When's the main event? Saturday.
Man,
I'm watching it, bro. I'm
watching it for sure. Jon Jones fighting, I'm watching for sure.
Yeah, that's my dog.
And you know, it could potentially be his last fight. So yeah,
he's a fight.
Hey, what if he win though? What if Jon Jones wins?
He's going if John Boogie, you know. And sir, I don't mean to not ask you, but Boogie pays attention. Especially if he knocks out Stipe, he's going to get on the mic and say, Alex.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
One thing Jon Jones is above all else, he's still a real regular ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's looking at it as like, y'all have me, that if shit, that not saying that like if shit like at you, Boogie, but that if shit is going to get to Jon Jones. Like he's a real type of I want to be the GOAT type guy, even though he don't want to like put it out there. He does want to be the greatest of all time. So he's going to look at it as like, look, if I beat the fuck out of Stipe, that's him. Y'all gonna say Alex Perria is the next guy. So I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before he retires, he's gonna beat the fuck out of everybody that he can in that bubble of, you know, age where he doesn't have to go against the next young gun that could possibly, but he's not. I am willing to put money on the fact that if he wins, like he's going to be fighting Alex Perria in the next like 7-8 months.
Man, Perria get him though.
So look, this is how I think a scenario is going to play out. I think that John, you know, and I know I said that, you know, I think John will retire. I would love to see the Perria fight, but this is how I think it will play out on Saturday. John's going to get in there. He's going to win. You know, then he's going to go ahead. He's going to retire. You know, then, you know, like you said, you know, probably 8 months, 10 months down the line, he's going to get that itch. And who knows, you know, Alex might call him out.
Now that's something he shouldn't do.
If he
does that, he might be in trouble, bro.
Yeah, and so, you know, then out comes Jones out of retirement, big money fight. for the light heavy, not even for a belt. It could just be, just a fight. And
well, if he's training the whole time, maybe. But that's kind of like that's on a smaller scale. Like, and I know I'm kind of segueing into something else I want to talk about this, but that's like that Mike Tyson shit, bro. Like he 58, and all of Jake Paul's fights are staged. But like at the end of the day, he 58. It's a long gap.
Yeah,
I think Boogie, you're right, just because of the way like the fight game works. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how it works. But I think the best thing for Jon Jones would be to whoop Stipe ass and then get in there and say, "Yo, Alex, we got 7 months, motherfucker." But
man, hey, now
I think I do think Boogie's right though, because I think Jon Jones is gonna want to see something from. He wants to see someone like, "Hey, you want to fight?" He got to see the person say, "Yeah, I want to fight." You know what I'm saying? Like before he like really tries to engage. And Jon Jones don't talk a whole lot anyway, unless your name's Daniel.
Yeah,
I just think top 5 interaction.
Speaking
ever.
of fighting, we got to shift to college basketball.
Yes,
because there was a squabble on a plane. Now, listen, you guys, for those of you who don't know, the University of Auburn played Houston, okay, this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, Auburn's got a freshman guard that came off the bench and lit their ass up. Then they get cold, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But then they get on the flight to go back home. And some shit goes down, okay? And, apparently it's a melee. I don't know the details of the fight, but Bruce Pearl and them boys they apparently what they're saying is, when you put a bunch of dogs in a room, this is what's going to happen. So apparently they got a bunch of dogs. For one, I'll say this. Bruce Pearl has always recruited dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like hard, like just get it out the mud type. That's Bruce Pearl's thing. Like he wants the most, just niggas like in his locker room. Like that's just how he gets down. That can hoop. So this does not surprise me one bit that they all got to fight. Now I don't know if you guys know what the hell they get to fighting for.
You know why, Sterling? Y'all saw the motherfucking video. Did y'all see the video?
No.
Was number 13? Was number 13 fighting? I'm trying to see if it was number 13. Y'all didn't see the video?
I looked for it. I couldn't find it.
So during the Auburn game, all these niggas, 4 out of the 5 niggas, and if you hoop, you're gonna know exactly what the fuck I'm talking, whether you hooped in the streets or whether you hooped to the highest level. So on the court, all 5 are hooping, and like 4 of the 5 niggas or 3 of the 5 niggas caught fire. I would say the postman wasn't really catching fire, or the nigga down low getting rebounds, which he didn't need and wasn't catching fire. All these niggas hitting threes, right? Every video that you see, number 13 for Auburn, and if I get this wrong, I am so sorry, but the team was navy blue and orange, and it looked like it was Auburn. The nigga, number 13 in the corner, where you supposed to swing it, Sterling. Every time it got to the point of swinging, the nigga there shot that hoe, but it went in. Like it was a bad shot, but it went like I'm talking about Sterling. He like at least 4 times, like in this highlight down the court, he in there wide open in the corner, and it's like the play is like get in the corner and wait for it. And my nigga, it never came to him. And his first reaction was this. The first shot went up and he was like, and it went in. He was like, all right, whatever. Second one, he was like, The nigga shot that over from like 30 feet now, bang. And he was like, these niggas. And I'm talking about all of his teammates going crazy, high-fiving each other. This nigga like, bro, like swing the fucking rock, like play basketball. Another nigga gets it in the same fucking spot. Bang, this nigga looking like, oh my, he puts his hands up like, bro, like what the fuck? Yeah, my armpit sweat. Like he's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is it? And then like the next one comes, bang, they hit another one. I mean, hit all other teammates. They go crazy. Sterling, everybody on the court hit a 3 except for this man. And he wide open every time. He like, can I get on the fun? Last one hit, he just put his hands on his knees, drop his head. And that's the point he realized they are not going to swing this bitch to me. So I would believe this team had a fight because, like, when you get out the game and you a guy doing your job, he gonna sit there probably gonna tell somebody like, hey, my nigga, like, y'all was hitting, but swing that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come a point in time when we need you to swing that bitch, and I'm there, nigga. I need to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Swing it. And they probably looked at him like, nigga, we won the game. Fuck that, nigga. That's why it says, like, the fight didn't start off as a physical fight. Yeah, because they was probably talking back and forth.
Man.
hey,
Dog.
says
If your teammates hitting, I ain't got shit to say, bro. I ain't gonna be like, hey, y'all, you see, you hitting a shot, like, and you playing top 5 team Houston, like, yo, hey, that's a big time game, bro. Like, that's crazy. If that's the reason they got to a fight,
I can imagine it probably stemmed from that and then escalated because I like you're right. Like you're totally right. Like if y'all are hitting, great, we're winning. But I will say this: after watching the video and watching it all play out, I can see how 13 was like, God damn, nigga, like not even on some fuck y'all for hitting, like let me get on the fun, my nigga. Like I'm getting cardio right now. I'm playing defense and I'm just running around, and you could tell if you go watch like I gotta send you the video. You could tell like they're going in, but you can tell like this is written up for y'all to swing it. Like you can tell by the way 13 hitting the corner, by the way he's wide fucking open. Like okay, this is supposed to be an extra swing pass. Good basketball. And
Miles Kelly. You talking about 13 is Miles Kelly.
Bro, go if you watch the video. Like those out there watching, watch the video. Like Sterling is right though. You shouldn't be upset. You should just cheer and be happy because it's gonna come a point. You play damn near fucking 20, 30 games in college. Like there's gonna be a point where they gotta swing that bitch. But like I can see his frustration because if you watching all 4 guys on the court getting buckets and you running your play, going where you're supposed to go, and that just bitch is just not finding you, I can see how you could be frustrated, especially if niggas is hitting multiple threes and you sitting here in the corner and the nigga right there is shooting that bitch. You just like, bro, you done made 2 threes. I feel you hot, but you didn't make 2 in a row. Like y'all swung it to each other. Can I get one more? Like, can I get one more? And if I miss, then don't put me a part of the fun, my nigga. But you know, so I get both sides of it. But you are right though. If your teammates are hitting, you should celebrate it. But I can imagine a bunch of 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old niggas on a bus and one nigga ain't get to shoot. Yeah, hey, I can imagine little words were said that it escalated. Then probably someone said what you said, Sterling, nigga, we won the game. You should be there. Nigga, probably.
So the kid, Tahad Pettiford, had 21 points, including 5 threes. So this is the freshman kid I was telling y'all about. He cold, bruh. Dude came out and was lighting their ass up. So apparently their star player is according to this here,
Johnny
Broom.
Yeah,
Broom? Johnny Broom? Is there he had 20 that game. So I don't know if who over here getting mad, but nigga, like if your boy's hitting like that, shit, nigga, especially if you the star player too. Like, hey, y'all, you get your shine, man. Like, less pressure on you now because you got another guy that can come off the bench and hit 20 as a freshman. Shit, y'all should be praising the freshman if anything. Little nigga come off the bench balling like that. But hey, man, I don't know, man. People,
Sterling, you're speaking logically. Let's actually speak about how these niggas probably
like niggas. Speaking of niggas, Giannis just hit 59 on the Pistons.
Yeah, I just seen that. And Wemby dropped 50.
Wemby dropped 50. So anyway, go ahead.
Guess what, Giannis? Ain't shit gonna go right till y'all get rid of Doc. I never take the opportunity to not shit on Doc. Y'all know this. Doc Rivers is the worst. Good basketball coach ever.
The worst good basketball coach.
Yeah. He's the worst good, since people are gonna be like, he coached the championship. Good. He's a good basketball coach. He's the worst. If you give me all the good basketball coaches, that nigga's dead last. How niggas you gotta respect what he's doing, and you gotta nah, bro. I'll say it again, bro. This nigga shit got KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce. Before that nigga got to Milwaukee, they was in first place and doing shit. And Giannis, I know you fucked up and it's your choice, whatever. But we just gonna talk about what Doc did. Doc got there. Dame is broken.
Yeah, like, it's evident, bro.
Giannis hit 59 tonight. Okay, let's go look at the rest of the season. Niggas
might as well segue the NBA now. Shit, we
might as well. We already here.
Now
we already here.
Like I'm tired of this. And Austin Rivers, stop defending your daddy, bro. Like that nigga's not.
Nah, you can't do that to him, bro. Don't do that.
Nah.
Nigga, if that was your dad, you'd be defending him too, bro.
No. If it was my dad and that nigga was out there causing niggas like Tracy McGrady to lose the most games that he's ever fucking lost before, if my dad was out there coaching teams like Philadelphia and he got there and that nigga was telling me, "Hey, Russ, what do you think?"
Hey, is this hairline tattooed on,
bro?
It might be. So. You know what he don't have
it's
tattooed
definitely
on?
Beijing. It's definitely Beijing in the mix.
Man, hey, that nigga need to tattoo a blueprint, nigga.
Hey,
how to fucking win games with good players.
Why
that nigga Doc Rivers' best thing he tells players is just, "Hey man, go be better. I got y'all to be better." Like, nah, man. Doc Rivers ain't
why we on the NBA now? Can we get into the Emirates Cup? Huh? Should we talk about it? The Fly Emirates.
It's not called the Emirates Cup no more.
Well, shit, they put the money up, so it's the Emirates Cup.
It's called the Steph Cup.
It's called the NBA Steph Cup after last night. It's called the NBA Steph Cup.
Oh man, dog. Steph Curry put on the show, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir, because I want to see what you're gonna say about the cup, because I want to talk about how it is not what people are trying to make it. But go ahead.
No, man. Listen, man. I appreciate the NBA for trying to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Like put some more intrigue into the season, because it's 82 games, it's a grind. So I like it. They got the fresh courts and stuff like that. That's pretty dope. If we're talking about this Mavs game particularly, Steph came back to Golden State, and yeah, Clay, and looked good. Like I felt like Clay was hooping. Steph, part of me is like this, bro. Draymond said that he ghosted Clay. Or he ghosted Steph, my bad. He ghosted Steph. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know why he would do that. I thought they was boys. I think it comes down to I think he felt like Steph didn't vouch for him or something like that. And so I guess maybe that was a fracture of their relationship. But pre-game, we saw there was a tribute for Clay, and Steph was cheering him on, so you just knew, like you could tell watching the game that you could see the tension just boiling over. And I thought Luka and them boys had him, bro, at first. I thought they had him in the first half, and then all of a sudden they didn't have him. Golden State went on a 10-0 run at the end and pretty much silenced him. And your boy Steph Curry, it was because of him, man. Like these boys are hooping this year. Like, and I hate that. Because Steph ain't cut like that. He ain't.
On the court he is. On the court he is, Sterling.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I'm just mad because he hurt my Mavs last night.
I know it hurts. It hurts, but I always say this, man. Like, being a gangster on the court, it is not anything. Doesn't have anything to do with on the streets. Mm-hmm. Like he's a lot of people don't like it because like they don't like what he does to their team. But like you can be a lethal killer in your domain, and in the domain of basketball, Steph is that killer. Steph is that guy. Steph is able to hit you with the boom, boom, boom. Now I think watching the game, I think the Mavericks, Luka, have a problem with this tournament, and what I noticed was playing up to the level. Luka had a good game, but like the last shot he took was terrible. Just his mannerisms throughout the game, it was like, Luka, this is a in-season tournament game, so they're gonna play harder, and you need to step it up too. And I think the Mavs as a whole, because he didn't really seem to me like he was as amped up. Like I said, the Warriors. I said during the first quarter, I think it was, the Warriors are playing this game like it's a late March game or a playing game or like that type of game. The Mavericks are playing this like a game in November, and then the Mavericks like turned up, and that's when you saw us. And at the second half, towards the end, they were up. It looked like the Mavericks were going to take control, and then like a hardcore late March playoff game, the Warriors had something to say. So I think that the Mavericks got to get that part down. Clay did miss a couple threes that would have put us up, and we had him in position, to be the hero. Again, I think the last play by Luka was terrible. That shot he threw up was just horrible. But all in all, I think most of the praise needs to go to the Warriors because
Yeah,
they went
man.
in there and played it like a tournament game. And I think that speaks more, and I'll say this overall to the people that don't really respect the tournament, like the tournament. Like it is what it is. And I said this about 10 years ago.
It's like soccer. It's like the World Cup.
Yeah, and I've said, well, it's more like the what is it called? Let's like a FA Cup in the Premier League. Soccer's been around longer than all these. NBA is following that path. They have in-season tournaments. Now, these tournaments matter on some like you want to win a championship in that realm, and competitors want to win. This is why LeBron won it, and this is why it looks like after this first game, y'all niggas better watch out because Steph wants it. Like when great players see the opportunities to add a tick on their belt, they're gonna go for it. And I think that the public kind of downplays it, and like, oh, it don't really matter. It doesn't matter in the scheme of did you win a championship, but it matters. And 10 years from now, we're gonna look at in-season tournament wins. We're gonna look at NBA Cup wins as a validator for like, oh, how great is this nigga? Because to win this does mean something. You're going to someone's house, they're changing their court, they're making it a big deal, and it's a group stage, and it's in the middle of the season. So I do think that like people and players need to take this shit serious. It ain't no bullshit. Like when you see Steph out there going hard like he was going, when you see how Braun's gonna play in these, when you see how Anthony Edwards is gonna play in these, when you see how all the great players that really want to get this shit done playing these, you saw. I want to say New York last night. I know Embiid wasn't playing, but New York went out there and put belt to ass. Like this is not a regular game. So they whooped their ass, but I think people need to just adjust and just realize, like, nah, this in-season tournament matters, and it's gonna matter moving forward. And you should root for your team and be mad at your team if they don't play up to snuff. Steph played up to snuff.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the Pistons look like a team this year. I don't think they getting no credit. Man, it's just hey, it's just nice to see. It's just nice to see some of these teams that have been afterthoughts. Kind of, make their mark, like Detroit. Like, yeah, like I like that. You know what I'm saying? I think basketball is much better when Detroit's good, and they ain't been good in a while. So, you even see them Wizards. They got Koulibaly, Bub Carrington. Them boys is hooping. I mean, I think they probably a year away from actually, having a decent team. But like, it's just good. Like the NBA is in such a good place, and the tournament is just dope. I just think it's dope, man. I wish the NFL would do stuff like this. Like, it's just fucking cool, man.
I don't think the NFL can though, Sterling.
No, they can't. They can't. But they could add more intrigue to the season. If the NBA could do it, the NFL could do it too. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. But every game in the NFL is like really important. So it's like it's different. You know what I'm saying? But this cup is dope, bro. You can't deny it. You can't deny it, man.
What makes it live too is that the best players come to play in that bitch. And so like you get to see like, oh, this for real. Like shout out to Cleveland because I'm gonna wait for Cleveland. I can't wait to watch them because Cleveland killing.
So let me say this real quick, and I want to get to some NBA, some NFL and college before we get up out of here. But I want to explain to everybody. I found this right up here. It says all 30 teams have been randomly drawn into groups of 5 within their conference based on one-loss records from the 23-24 season. Each team will play 4 designated group games, 1 game against each opponent in its group, with 2 games at home and 2 on the road. And then there's knockout rounds. 8 teams advance to this stage. The 6 teams with the best standing from the group of play games and 2 wild cards, the team from each conference with the best record from group play games, but finished second in this group. This stage is single elimination, quarters, semis, and championships. So it's pretty dope. So if you're wondering how it all kind of plays out, that's how it kind of plays out. So
can I say one thing before we go to NFL? For those that don't follow just basketball, the sport, this is par course for basketball. Every other level of basketball has a in-season tournament or some sort of classic. We just saw the Kentucky versus Duke and the Michigan State versus Who did Michigan State play? They lost Kansas.
Kansas.
My team. But yeah, Kansas. We see those type. We used to see the 2K tournament classic. So I think the NBA at high school, there's tournaments that go on like before you start your like district play and all that type of stuff. College, you got that. So I think it's just parkour of basketball. Like it's just par of like what's what they do. Like it's on par. Sorry, not parkour. It's on par of what they do. And I think that the NBA finally decided like every other level of basketball has some sort of preseason, in-season tournament. Why don't we? And they're doing it. And I think that, you know, at the beginning, people are going to hate. But as this goes on, like you said, Sterling, it's live. And it's cool to watch. And the courts, the changing of the courts make it cool. I heard Boston's got the best court this year. But yeah, no, it's dope. Steph cooked our ass, though.
Hey, real quick, I want to go. Let's touch on these college football playoff rankings real quick. I'll go through 1 through 12. You guys tell me a team that you think is like the best team or a team that could surprise and get in here. Number 1, we got Oregon. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Texas. Number 4, Penn State. Number 5, Indiana. That's crazy. That's crazy work. It's number 6, BYU, who won a controversial game against Utah this past weekend that got the Utah AD fined. You got Tennessee with Nico at number 7, Notre Dame and the Golden Buckets at 8, Miami with a loss. Man, we talked about them last week on the show. And the thing that we feared the most came to fruition. So Miami's number 9.
Sorry, Dale.
It's all good. They still in it. Alabama with a decisive win against LSU. I mean, Jalen Milroe killed them boys, and then he hit the all baby from with them Texas boys. And then we got 11. We got Ole Miss and 12. Boogie's favorite, Georgia. So, is there a team that didn't make this list that deserves to be here? Like a notable would be like Colorado, who's 7-2. You know, SMU 8-1. Like, what do you guys think of the list?
I was going to throw in SMU.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, I was going to, throw them in there. But some factors that, they're in the ACC the first year. A lot of people are trying to downplay the play of the ACC now. They're saying, oh, well, what is the ACC? It's still a Power 5. It's still a Power 5. Yeah. Some of the heavy hitters aren't hidden, let's just say. But there's still formidable teams out there in the ACC. And for you to go ahead and make the move and remain undefeated and look like you're positioning yourself for a conference championship and a hopeful spot in the college football playoffs.
Hey, Boogie, don't they got baby Lamar Jackson at SMU, that freshman quarterback?
No, I don't think so. Well, whenever I took over from my NCAA, he wasn't there. That's one thing I'll say.
That's what we judge college football by.
Okay, go ahead, Boogie.
But yeah, I think SMU is one of the teams that is missing.
Hey, you're a Wolverine fan too, though.
No, hey, Wolverine fans, it happens. But Boogie, I'll say this, and I'll say this to a lot of people. And if you're of a certain age, then when NIL started, a lot of people and especially in the North Texas, Dallas area said, "What SMU doing?" If you remember the Pony Show, and the most severe death penalty in college football history, then you would know that SMU used to be cold.
Yeah.
SMU also used to pay their players illegally or against the rules. SMU is a place that has a lot of fucking money. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people around the nation do not know. SMU is a school that graduates a lot of doctors. A lot of doctors. My cousin is one of them. They have a lot of fucking money and they pour it into the school.
A lot of rich people.
Yes, and SMU is and I'm glad that you brought up SMU because I'm glad we can start here because as a college football fanatic and drug addict, I will say I've told people the next 5 years SMU is going to compete for a national championship. I believe that this year the SMU is going to win the ACC. SMU has Matt Leinert's son coming to the school as a recruit. If you didn't know, now you know. Matt Leinart from USC, his son's going to the school to play quarterback. SMU is dumping all their money into all of these Dallas athletes, from DeSoto to Duncanville to South Oak Cliff. they're getting a lot of primetime Texas athletes that would be going to random places and just being a star there. So to me, the ranking of SMU is juggling. The committees of college football does this all the time. They're going to put the first ranking is not going to be what we would perceive the final ranking to be. They're going to make teams, quote unquote, work for it. So a team like SMU, you know what's in front of you. Win the rest of your games, win the ACC, you will be in. And I believe they have the talent to do so. They could prove me wrong, but I think they'll prove me right. I will say this. I like the fact how Sterling just went over of what the bracket looks like now, because all this Penn State's really number 9, or what is it? Alabama. I'm not Alabama, but Miami's really number 9, but they're number 4. Like that type of shit kind of gets on our nerves. Just put out the bracket that it would be, because it is gonna.
It's gonna change weekly though.
No, it is gonna move. I'm gonna tell you how it is. Y'all talked about BYU being pissed. BYU about to be very pissed because they better hope on God that they do not play that team that's in your state, Sterling. Because if they run up on Colorado for the Big 12 championship, Colorado's going to beat them. And I'm not shitting on BYU. BYU is a great team, but I do think if Colorado is able to get past the hurdles that they have in Utah and they get to that point where they got to play BYU, they're going to beat them. And I believe they're going to get in.
If Colorado can beat Utah, then everything that they wanted this season is right in front of them, because the thing with Colorado is like, you got to have an answer in the trenches, and from week to week, the trenches, offensive line, defensive line has gotten better throughout the season, but you just want to see it matter against a team that prides itself on trench play, like Utah, like a BYU. So, but I do think athletically, they can out-athlete anybody in the country just about. Like from you look at like perimeter players and stuff like that, Colorado's got it. But yeah, no, man, I think it's going to be interesting to see moving forward, though. Huh?
Best quarterback in the country?
Shador?
Yes.
I think it's between him and Cam Ward, man. I probably would give Cam Ward the edge right now. I think he's more ready. But I do think Shador probably has a higher ceiling than Cam Ward, if that makes sense.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm gonna say this. I think Shador Sanders is the black Tom Brady. There you have it.
I'm gonna say this, and I know we might be, stepping ahead, but I think that's his landing spot. I think he ends up in Las Vegas.
Oh, well, Boogie, that's every time that Las Vegas loses, he posts something like "Thank God" or "Yeah, according to plan" or something like that.
He wants to go there.
He wants to go there. But
I just need that nigga to stop rapping.
Yeah.
You know what? Young nigga do. His dad's Deion Sanders. It must be the money.
Yeah, let Deion do it. Must be the money.
But he's, you know what I'm saying? It's for his generation. Now I want to get on something real quick before we move on to the NFL. Y'all got me fucked up if y'all gonna think that Indiana number 5 team in the nation, number 6 team in the nation.
We got 8 minutes.
I'm just saying, like Indiana deserves everything.
They do deserve some run.
Everything is in front of them. They beat Michigan.
Hey, man. Come on, bro.
That's bro.
Bring the bullshit.
Because I wear IU red on these hoes. Hey, Drake said Kentucky blue, but I wear IU red on these hoes, and I'm just gonna let y'all know, like the Hoosiers have a real team.
He's the only Hoosiers fan I've ever met in my years.
I ain't trying to hear this nigga right now.
Hey, but
talk about what? The fucking
Hoosiers. Nebraska wasn't trying to hear us neither. 56-7. You know what I'm saying? No, like Indiana is a team that you don't want to see, but you're gonna have to see them.
Yeah, they well coached, man.
Indiana is well coached. Indiana has ballers at prime time positions. Like Indiana is equivalent of it since we going back to NCAA. Indiana is the equivalent of a nigga on NCAA that got like an 88 overall team, but he got primetime players in every position that he needs.
I don't know what that looks like, so you
ain't played Florida.
My team is, you
ain't played Florida. Right. But anyways, hey, Boogie, what'd you say? Some niggas ain't ready for some niggas ain't ready.
Hey, man, you made for what you made for, man.
But seriously, when you look at Indiana, the strength of schedule, it does matter. So like they do either have to beat Ohio State or play a really close game. But I think that a team like Indiana is one that at the end of the season, we may look at it and be like, yeah, they're going to be up there, bro. Like they're going to. Now, a team like Penn State is interesting because Penn State, what is that? The diss track to them is the na 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 Nah. We lose big games.
Oh, wow.
Like, so, you know, so like
Hey,
they have that, but
man.
they have that stigma. But when you look at it, Penn State, as of right now, Penn State gets to open up against Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? So that's a team that's like,
That's a loss.
And you know, you know what? We think it's a loss. We also thought Georgia would take care of Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? But
nah, I didn't think that.
I thought
if Lane Kiffin's offense started, and they got what, Jackson Dart back? Like,
yeah, man, them boys lethal.
Yeah, they
lethal, but Penn State,
bro, Georgia,
and Georgia too fucking shaky with fucking
Carson Beck is trash, bro. He ain't it, man.
But the committee wants them in.
They want them. Yeah, I mean, the sell. Like Georgia is a brand, right?
And that's another part of this. Before we get to the NFL, we have to also expect. Like, I hear people like, even me, like, just give us the 12 ranks so it's not so. They need to create media. And they need to create outbursts. And they need to create this, like people talking about it. So Georgia's a team, SEC teams. If you're on the bubble, they're gonna put you in that lane to say, like, if one of these teams, like Notre Dame, or if y'all beat Tennessee, you're right back in it. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that y'all beat Texas, I say y'all because that's Boogie's team. The fact that y'all beat Texas lets the committee know you can play against primetime competition. The world does not know, and the world thinks that if BYU plays Ole Miss or Penn State, they're going to get washed. That's what the world believes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the committee's going to do their thing. But, you know.
So, real quick, because we're going to move to NFL. For all my Wolverine fans out there, be patient. You know, Michigan, they putting together a class. They got an 8-figure NIL offer out to Bryce Underwood, who's currently committed to LSU, who's the top player in the nation. We'll see what happens. But even if they don't get him, they got the money now. They playing the NIL game with everybody else to where they can go get a quarterback. And that's all you need. Like, get some different coaches. Like, get rid of Martindale, get rid of fucking Kirk Campbell. I'll ride with Sharon for another year, but y'all need to figure that shit out. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Y'all niggas play football like the all black.
Nigga, we make offense look hard, bro.
Bro, y'all niggas run every play.
It's
like
stupid,
every
dog.
fucking bro. Y'all said y'all play like the all black. Hey, Boogie, them niggas North Shore.
Hey man, I'm sitting here watching Davis Warren, and I'm like, bro, I can make that throw. Like, you can't do it,
bro. They don't run nothing. And before we move on, Boogie got to speak on his shitty team. I'll speak on mine. Dear Oklahoma fan base that thinks that the OU on the side of the helmet gives you superpowers, it doesn't. Wait till next year. The O-line is hurt. You've had all 5 receivers hurt the entire year.
He told us that the year before, didn't he?
No, I didn't. We beat Texas last year. I'm good. We beat Texas.
You did. Hey, Boogie, we heard that though, didn't we? I'm just fucking with the rest. I'll fucking with you.
No. But I'm gonna tell you, you didn't hear the O-line because this is the first year, and I've been a fan of these niggas forever, that I've seen the O-line this bad. Not having the receivers, but the main point is Oklahoma fans out there that are crazy, stop fucking jumping on Jackson Arnold, bro. Like, there is no fucking quarterback in the nation that could deal with this shit. Like, we already put another nigga in that's faster and that can run. Like, the O-line is really bad. The receivers don't get open. So my thing is, like, just accept it, bro. Sometimes you got to accept that your team got to go back to the drawing board. I don't think Brent Venables should be fired because the defense played good. I think one of the most insane things that I'm seeing on the internet and on Twitter is Oklahoma fans saying, fuck Brent Venables. My nigga, our defense plays. Like, our defense plays very well. The offense sucks. So I think that I don't know if they need to give John Finley another year or if they need to, you know what I'm saying, go with someone else. But I do think the fan base needs to chill the fuck out. Like, bro, realize that your team was broken when it came into the season. You play in the SEC, you gonna get ran unless you healthy. You gonna get ran, and on top of that, you didn't have everything like figured out on the offensive side of the ball. So I just, you know what I'm saying, just wait till next year, man.
So we're gonna close the show, but I want you to get your Cowboys talking. So, hey man, why CD? Why CD Lamb? Like, it just frustrates me, man. I'm at a point of frustration with these niggas because. Jerry is a thing in his own, like, but we're not going to blame Jerry. because your ass can't miss the pass in the end zone, bro. You've been playing that for 5 years, nigga. Like at the same
Can I ask
time.
you a question, Sterling? Sterling, can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah.
If there's a problem, right, and it's a problem you can't really speak, like you can't point the exact finger to. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna find other things, right,
Bro,
that have
trash.
to do with that problem.
It's
the
trash.
Cowboys are trash. The Cowboys are trash. Jerry Jones is trash. I understand what you're saying, Sterling, because as an athlete, you can't make excuses. But goddamn, my nigga, we've been talking about this glare since Tony Romo been the quarterback, bro. Like the glare in the stadium, it's fucking ridiculous. Ever since he had to move the Jumbotron up a little bit because niggas was kicking that hoe, the glare has been ridiculous. And that's not the reason we losing games. We're losing the games because Jerry Jones, you spent less than a nigga spend at fucking Five Guys on 2 burgers and 2 fries and a couple drinks.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Free agency. The team is just not built, you know what I'm saying, to win games. You have one playmaker at receiver. You don't have a running back. Your quarterback's hamstrings tearing off the bone. Above all else, hey, guess what? Your quarterback is one that can't play unless you have a lot of supreme talent around him.
Y'all
you don't
trash,
surround him with supreme.
It's sad, man.
You know, but I would like this, Sterling, from everybody, because we can agree that they're trash. But let's focus, and I'm glad the national media is starting to do it. Focus on the problem.
It's Jerry.
It's not Micah Parsons talking. It's not Dak Prescott.
It is though. Them niggas got to shut up now.
No, bro, it's not though. Because like as a fan of this team for all these years, bro, like you already know the saying: if you do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, you're insane. We have seen 30 years of evidence, bro. 30 years of evidence that this shit is not going correctly, and we keep looking at other. It's Jerry fucking Jones. He is the worst GM with an ego that you can have. He has a guy like by the name of Will McClay. He's got staff people that draft these guys. It's not him. Jerry Jones is not the fucking guy picking these fucking. The reason why he went out there and was like, yeah, man, we got some draft picks and we got some things that I believe in was because Will McClay's out there picking cold ass niggas. But let me ask y'all, when have you ever seen a football team in this modern era of football rely on rookie niggas to get it fucking done?
Fuck I'm rocking with Jerry on this one.
Yeah.
We ain't tearing the stadium down. Shit.
Hey,
yeah.
No, he ain't tearing it down.
Wear some goggles, nigga.
Hey, man, Jerry's response to everything is, you want to see my boat? Like, my nigga, Jerry, we're losing. Look at this motherfucking boat and this pile of money. Hey, Jerry, we ain't getting no free agents. Look at this motherfucking boat and this pile of money. I got a fucking helicopter
on the field.
Let me define win. Like Jerry Jones is telling niggas, let me define winning. I got a pile of money and some niggas doing work for me. Shut up. We're sitting back like saying, Jerry, it's gotta end, bro. You got niggas tapping on the glass like niggas is zoo animals at practice. Like, nah, it is a toxic work environment. It's a toxic football team. They don't believe in the things that you need to believe in to win as a football team. And as Dallas Cowboys fans, yeah, do what you did last Sunday. That running was weak because ain't nobody going to the games. Let everybody else go into the games. Houston Texans, feel that bitch. Because we not. Because we fucking suck.
Hey, well, Russell, I can't, man. I can't engage with these Cowboys. But hey, that's all for the show this week. That is it for the show. We appreciate those of you who hung out with us tonight, man. We're gonna get into some more Headsy podcasts. We got some big things popping over here. We're gonna reveal some new plans that we're gonna be doing. So if you watch with us, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and also tell a friend. Tell a friend to come check us out, man. We talk about everything sports, pop culture, black culture, whatever it is. Shit that's funny. That's what we do around here. So this is the Headsy podcast, man, and we up out of here.